around the Department of Defense. This is your daily news brief.
This really is rocket science. I'm Mark Weeks. The 2019 Missile Defense Review, announced at the Pentagon by President Trump, is a policy which will protect the nation against rogue states' missile threats. And Acting Secretary of Defense Patrick Shanahan says his department is ready.
This is the Department of Get Stuff Done. From the Missile Defense Agency to the Space Force and across the Joint Force, we're all a part of the missile defense mission now. We will work hand in hand with our industrial base, national labs, and academia.
The new policy not only calls for missile defense for the homeland and U.S. forces abroad, but also for allies and partners. And the Secretary says the Defense Department will work with other countries to counter the missile threat from all potential adversaries.
We will work with our allies and partners from Asia to the Middle East to Europe to broaden the shield. Like us, our allies and partners have recognized the threat. With us, they have and will share the burden of answering it.
27 pilots and maintainers from Japan's ground self-defense forces visited a U.S. Army aviation unit at Camp Zama, Japan, to learn about its aviation systems.
Today's events helped us capitalize on our working relationship that we established, and this opportunity provided us the chance to showcase what we are capable of doing, as well as how we operate in both a garrison and a field environment.
The commander of the visiting Japanese aviation unit says training together is important to the partnership between the two militaries.
I
think it is very important that the relationship between the Japan Self-Defense Forces and the U.S. military remains very strong under the U.S.-Japan Security Treaty. We still need to work on a few things in order to conduct training more frequently at the unit level. So I think today's opportunity was very significant for our aviation unit in working toward that goal.
You can watch this and other stories about U.S. military partnerships by visiting defense.gov. The Defense Department's 35th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day observance was held at the Pentagon, where department officials recognized the accomplishments of the civil rights leader.
This year's theme is issued by the King Center in Atlanta. The theme is King's Vision, Humanity Tied in a Single Garment of Destiny. He championed a movement that drew from the deep well of America's thirst for freedom. His vision for America was captured in his perpetual message of hope and the possibility of a future for all Americans that would be anchored in dignity, sensitivity, and mutual respect.
The federal holiday marks the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. and is observed on the third Monday of January each year, which is January 21st this year. That's your DoD News Brief. I'm Mark Weeks. For more stories about your military, go to defense.gov.